my movie maniacs out there. Hope you're enjoying your October. Got another horror film for you. Well, more of a horror thriller this one is. It's called Lucky Bastard, brought to us by Robert Nathan and written by Lucas Kendall and Robert Nathan, who also co-wrote this. Now, with Lucky Bastard, we've got a pornographer. We got Don McManus playing Mike, who's this guy who runs this website called Lucky Bastard, where they take entries from people, from their members who watch ladies on webcams, and one lucky bastard gets chosen to come out and actually have sex with a porn star. Well, when they pick up their latest guy, Dave, they get more than what they expected with him, as things don't exactly go as planned, and soon their porn site becomes a kill site as Dave goes a little bit ballistic and starts going after the cast of Lucky Bastard. It's amazing what you find on Hulu. Hulu, folks, horror fiends out there, my horror fans, movie maniacs, if you're looking for horror and you're wondering where to go to Hulu. That's where I saw this one. I'm like, yeah, okay, let's toss it on. Let's see how it goes. Now, this is a found footage film, and the way it's done is from the angles of the webcams and the cams that the people are carrying. Okay, so you get it told from that story, which is similar to another film that I saw that involved webcams called House of Bodies. In fact, that seems to be a running theme lately in some of these indie horror films, which I'll mention more in a moment. But as regards to Lucky Bastard, they take this more reality TV show approach. So the majority of the film is kind of the setup. So if you're like expecting something really bad to happen outside of the opening scenes, which was a bit awkward and makes you feel just a little uncomfortable, outside of that, it takes a little while to get to the really meaty horror thriller stuff of this film. I did enjoy the performances by everybody. As I mentioned, Don McManus, who's been in Shawshank Redemption, and I loved him in Lovelace. He shows up here as Mike, you know, the pornographer guy who's kind of a little reluctant to be in the business, though, and he's a little bit of an a-hole, but he realizes he has to be. You got Jay Paulson in here playing Dave, and I loved the creepiness he plays with this character, because there's just a tinge of Anthony Perkins from Psycho in there, but not a lot, okay, but just enough to make you know that there's something just not quite right with this guy, especially as the film goes along. So great performance there. Betsy Rue plays Ashley Saint, the porn star who's supposed to have sex with Dave. Now, Betsy Rue, excuse me, not Ashley Saint, sorry, Betsy Rue has been in a number of films. She's going to be in the upcoming Hospital 2. She was in the Halloween 2 film and My Bloody Valentine remake. Enjoyed her performance in here, as well as this girl who is also, she's not, you know, she sees herself as a pro, and she doesn't really want to be with an amateur. And I loved her character, and the friction that she had with the director, and all the conflicts that they had felt fairly realistic. Now, I will say one of the standout performances is one of the supporting cast is Catherine Annette playing Casey. Really enjoyed her performance, actually her character the most out of any of them. I was very intrigued by how they played her, how they wrote her, and she was a very interesting character, and I wanted to actually see more of Casey, because I liked how they wrote her, because they actually made her a little bit complex, or at least a little bit off her rocker. In either case, very interesting character. We've got this trend now coming out lately that is horror films showing the dangers, if you will, of the webcam profession. And that's what this one did. I will say, as the film went on, it felt like it was getting just a little preachy and showing the dangers of the webcam profession, or you know, the bad side of it. So it felt like it was getting just a little heavy-handed near the end. Yes, folks, there is gratuitous nudity in here, so prepare yourself for that. Go figure, a story about a webcam site that gets, falls under attack from a crazy guy. So Lucky Bastard isn't really standout cinema. I did enjoy the fact that they took kind of the reality TV show feel to it, and they really captured the spirit of that. It's shot well, especially the way they cut between the cameras. I enjoyed it was directed, and when things really escalate in the third act, it does get tense in there, and there are going to be a few scenes in there that make you feel uncomfortable. So it does get a bit intense near the end, which makes the trip there decent. I think it's worth worth a watch. Again, it's on Hulu, so I think it's at least worth a watch there. So check out Lucky Bastard if you have. Again, as always, love to hear your thoughts on these films that I review. If you have seen them, leave them down below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. That always helps out as well. And thank you so much, as always, for your support. And until next time, keep that ticket stub.